In this video, we are going to see the case study 7. Let's see right now the transactions. Journalize the transactions given below. The first one, Kishore starts business with rupees 1 lakh. This particular entry has to be done in receipt voucher. And here we have to go for creating capital account. The other one will be the cash. Cash is one of the predefined ledger account or the default ledger account which is provided by the Tally. Let's see this particular recording in Tally. On the left hand side we can see the company is already created by name Case Study 7. Right? Okay, right now we will go back to Gateway of Tally, Transactions, Accounting Vouchers. From the Accounting Voucher creation window itself, we can go for creating masters or the heads or even the ledger accounts. Just click on this one, right? Receipt Voucher, right? And here credit will be the capital account which has to be created. Alt C to create. Capital account alias will be blank and this has to be allocated under the group capital account. Remaining things can be entered here like name, address, state, PIN code and the tax information later we have to save. Press Y from the keyboard. What is the amount given here? 1 lakh. Right. Debit will be the cash 1 lakh, right? Later type the narration, then save. Press Y from the keyboard. Right now let's see the next one, next transaction. The next transaction is opened bank account and deposited rupees 25,000. And here we can see in this particular transaction there is a fund transfer from cash to bank, right? Whenever we have the transaction between cash or cash bank or bank cash or bank to bank, in that case this recording has to be done in contra voucher. Let's see this particular entry in Tally. On the right hand side, select for contra voucher or the function key F4. Just click on this one. What will be credit? Credit will be the cash of 25,000. Debit will be bank account which has to be created. Alt C to create. Bank account which will be allocated to bank accounts, right? Then later we can provide the other information, name of the bank, account number, address, state, PIN code, later save. Press Y from the keyboard. Type the narration, later save. Press Y from the keyboard. The next transaction, purchased goods for rupees 8,000. This particular entry can be done either in the purchase voucher or in the payment voucher because it's in the form of cash for that sake. Okay, let's see this particular entry. Let's take here the payment, right? Then what will be debit? Debit will be the purchase account which has to be created. Alt C to create. This will be allocated under the group purchase accounts. Then later we can save and quit back. In that case, we have to make use the key Control A. Right? Stock information is not available. We can ignore this one. Control A. What is the amount given here? 8,000. Credit. It's in the form of cash, 8,000. Type the narration, later save. Press Y. The next transaction, sold goods for rupees 7,000. This particular entry can be done either in the sales voucher or in the receipt voucher because it's in the form of cash, right? For that sake, the entry can also be done in the receipt voucher. Let's see this particular entry in Tally. Receipt voucher, or the shortcut key, function key F6, or just click on this one. What will be credit here? Credit will be the sales account which has to be created. Alt C to create. This has to be allocated under the group sales account. Later save, press Y from the keyboard. Stock information is not available, right? Control A. What's the amount given here? 7,000. Debit will be what? Cash, right? 7,000. Type the narration, later save. The next one. Pay telephone bill of rupees 400 for the month by check. This is in the form of bank, right? This has to be recorded under the voucher, payment voucher. Now select for payment voucher. The shortcut key is function key F5. Just click on this one, right? What will be debit? Debit will be the telephone bill which has to be created. Alt C to create. This has to be allocated under the group indirect expenses. Just type the starting letter I. Save. What's the amount given here? 400. It's in the form of check. Select for bank. Type the narration. Later save. The next one. Purchased goods of rupees 3,000 from Avinash. This has to be recorded under the accounting voucher, purchase voucher, because it's in the form of credit basis. Select for purchase voucher, or the shortcut key will be the function key F9. Just click on this one, right? The invoice mode has come down. This has to be converted to voucher mode by pressing Ctrl V, or bottom right hand side as voucher. Just click on this one, right? Reference number can be provided here. What will be credit and what will be debit? Credit will be Avinash account which has to be created. Alt C to create. Alias will be blank, and this has to be allocated under the group sundry creditors. Later Ctrl A to save and quit back. What is the amount given here? 3,000. New reference. This is a reference number of the purchase voucher which is provided here. Due date can be entered, or the credit days also can be entered here, either in the form of date or number of days. Debit will be purchase account. Stock information is not available. Ctrl A. 3,000. Type the narration, later save. The next one. Sold goods to Ravi of rupees 4,000. This is in the form of credit and it has to be recorded only in the sales voucher. Let's see this particular entry. Sales voucher, the function key F8. Invoice mode has come down. Convert this one to voucher mode. bottom right hand side as voucher. Reference number not required. Debit. What will be debit here? Debit will be the Ravi account which has to be created, right? I'll see to create. This has to be allocated under the group sundry debtors. Later Control A, save and quit back. Amount given is 4,000. New reference. 1 indicates here sales voucher number 1. Later due date or number of days can be provided here, that is credit days. Then amount 4,000. Then credit will be sales account. Stock information is not available. Press here Control A, save and put back. 4,000. Type the narration, later save. Press Y from the keyboard. The next one. The next entry is Ravi returned goods of rupees 800. It's a sales return and this has to be recorded under the voucher credit note. Let's see this entry. We can just see on the right hand side, credit note, debit note, both are not activated. We have to do the activation. Just press here function key F11. This will take us to accounting features. In invoicing, use debit/credit notes. No is there, make it S. Later save the window. Press Y from the keyboard. Right now we can see credit note has come down. Just click on this one. Right. What will be credit here? Credit will be the Ravi account, 800 rupees. Against the reference, 1 indicates here sales voucher number 1. And we can see here the current balance. Correct. Earlier it was 4,000. Right now it is 3,200. Debit will be sales returns account has to be created. I'll see to create. Alias will be blank and this will be allocated under the group sales account. Then later Control A. Control A. 800. Type the narration, later save. The next one. The next one is returned goods of rupees 1,500 to Avinash. Right. This is purchase returns. This has to be recorded under the voucher debit note voucher. Let's see this particular recording. Right hand side debit note. Just click on this one. I think so all can see the mouse pointer or Control F9. Just click on this one. What will be debit? Debit will be Avinash account 1,500. Against the reference 1, 2, 3 indicates here reference number of the purchase voucher. Credit will be purchase returns account has to be created. I'll see to create. This has to be allocated under the group purchase accounts. Then later Control A. Then Control A because we have to ignore this one. 1,500. Type the narration, later save. The next one. The last entry received from sales executive of rupees 2,500 for goods sold by him, travelling expenses of rupees 500. This particular entry has to be done in receipt voucher. Select for receipt voucher, function key F6, just click on this one. Credit will be sales account, right? Stock is not there, ignore this one, Control A. What's the amount here? 2500. Debit cash of 2000. Later again, debit traveling expenses has to be created here. I'll say to create. This has to be allocated to the group indirect expenses. Later Control A. 500. Type the narration, later save. Later save, press Y from the keyboard. This completes all the transactions. In case of theory examination, two tables are to be created. One for masters or heads or ledger accounts, the other one for the vouchers. Doing practically in Tally is totally different from writing in case of examination. The first table consists of two different columns. The first one will be the ledger name. The second one, the column heading will be group to be allocated. Read the transaction, just check the name of the account head and just check to which particular group it belongs. Write down this way. This way it has to be written for all the transactions for the first table. Coming to the second table. In second table, this consists of 5 different columns. First one serial number, second one voucher type, third one credit or debit, account name, amount. First transaction 1, voucher name, mention here receipt voucher, debit cash, amount, credit capital account, amount. This way it has to be written for all the transactions. Okay. Thank you. Keep watching the videos which are uploaded on the channel. All the best for your examination.